So, this was a good weekend. Spent some time out the country with some friends. On Saturday, it was a blast. Had some beers. The Saturday morning was good, mostly just because I got to get some sleep. She's been real busy lately. And Sunday, woke up, and it's a beautiful day, and I said, I haven't finished Tomb Raider yet. So I finished Tomb Raider instead of going outside. In my defense, that game was mostly done. I think I played that game for a couple hours on Sunday, and I finished it up. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I think there are some people that are more on fire for Tomb Raider than I am. But I still really liked it. The game, so when I was hearing people talk about the game before I'd played it, the whole idea was Lara, or however you say it. She's a young woman who has never killed anybody, and she's just archaeologist or something who studies all this scientific archaeology stuff, and they go into the eye of the storm or whatever, thinking it's going to be okay or something like that, and of course they shipwreck. And so the idea is she's a normal girl who has to come to terms with killing all these people just to survive, and it doesn't really do it. It doesn't really do any of that very well. So if you're looking for awesome character development, like Max Payne level character stuff, that's not what this is. But if you're looking for a pretty solid shooter with some pretty good traversal stuff and beautiful graphics, it looks great on PC. I was very impressed. Whenever I would turn on like I call it the good hair instead of the bad hair, and I can't remember what the game called it. But my PC is pretty good, but with everything cranked up, including the good hair, it looks great. I mean, it's some of the most realistic looking hair that blows in the wind and everything. But like whenever the camera was like real close to Laura's head in one of those cutscenes, and like there's rays of sunlight coming through from the side of the camera, man, the frame rate would get pretty bad. And I'm playing it on PC, by the way. Yeah, it looked good. If you have a PC that can run that game on high, then you're gonna be thrilled. I had everything up on high, and there was moments where it would kind of slow down a bit, but overall ran pretty good. I was torn on scavenging, because there's a lot of scavenging where you have to find these, I can't remember the word for it, but you find like crates and all this stuff, and then you get points by breaking up these crates, and lockers and all this stuff. You get these points, and then you use them to upgrade your guns, and you also get skill points through XP to upgrade other things. My only problem was I don't like scrounging around in games. I would rather just play the game instead of saying, oh, well, there's all this stuff in the far corners of this room, up this rock wall, and I gotta jump across this swing from this branch and do all this traversal stuff, and all that stuff was great, but not when it was out of the way. So I didn't get all the upgrades in the game, because after I play a game for a few hours, I just started saying, okay, we need to make it through this game. So that there was a few upgrades I didn't get. But the traversal stuff, it was cool because you would, if you would jump towards a rock wall and you'd hit the X button, and when you'd hit the X button, your little hook axe thing, that you hit the X button, it would stick into the wall, so you could do that, and then you could just like press up or whatever direction you wanted to climb, and then she would just kind of climb on her own. Or you could press A and she would jump up the wall real high, and then you press X to stick into the wall. So I was just doing that to move faster. I just boost up the wall and keep hitting X, and you could cover some ground. It was pretty cool doing that. Sometimes those traversal puzzles were kind of frustrating because you just didn't know where to go. At least I didn't. There was one part where you had to climb across a platform, and anytime you made a loud movement or shot anybody, you would get instant killed. And I had no idea what I was supposed to do. And so I had to Google it, and usually the pipes and the rails you climb across glow when you go into your special vision that you use to find all the stuff in the environment. It didn't glow. The pipe I needed to climb across didn't glow, so after I Googled it, I said, oh, well, thanks game for communicating that to me. But I'm not a fan of puzzles. Of almost any kind of puzzle I don't really like, because I just don't find them fun. I feel like I'm in school, and I just want to experience the game. And the climbing stuff, it's good. And I think there are some, I won't call this game an Uncharted wannabe, but there are definitely moments where, the game definitely is inspired by Uncharted. I don't think it does anything quite as good as those Uncharted games, but it's pretty damn close for a brand new, well, it's a brand new game, even though there's a whole bunch of old Tomb Raider games. None of those old Tomb Raider games are like this one. I didn't want to play those old ones because all the shooting was just Z targeting and all that stuff, and I never liked puzzles, like I said. So for someone like me that didn't like old Tomb Raider, they did a good job. The music was fantastic. The acting is fantastic. Production value was great. I don't know if we will get another Tomb Raider like this, since they said it wasn't like a good financial investment for them, because video game companies need to be smarter about forecasting. And there's all these people saying, oh, the video game industry is, it's not as profitable as it used to be because these AAA games aren't making money, but companies just need to have realistic expectations for their products. And Tomb Raider, I can't remember the numbers, but it sold very well. It's just that they dumped so much money into it, and it shows. It's a very, like I said, music, graphics, acting, everything about it is quite top notch. It's just, I don't know, they want to make a certain amount of money on it, and they didn't get their money, so who knows what'll happen. But Tomb Raider, it's good. If you haven't played it, I recommend playing it. I don't really have much else to say. It's not the story's good, but it's not like if you're buying a game only wanting a fantastic story, it may not be quite enough for you. But I was satisfied with the story they told. I thought it was interesting. But anyway, I guess that's all I got for you. This isn't whatever a proper review, because I'm just sitting here driving.